Okay, so this time you've sent over some really interesting stuff for us to dig into.
Yeah.
And it's all kind of around this theme of like financial empowerment and self-development.
Mm.
We've got these excerpts from a book on Amazon called Gerard's Awakening. We've got a YouTube video transcript from a channel called Knowledge is Freedom, The Wisdom to Wake Up Wealth.
Okay.
And the video is called The 3 Mindsets That Shape Your Wealth and How to Break Free.
All right.
And then just to throw like a total curveball in there, we've got a fiction excerpt from something called Breaking Free, the ultimate high-stakes game of wealth and survival.
Wow, that sounds like quite the mix.
Yeah.
But I think there's a lot we can unpack there.
Yeah.
You know what's so interesting to me is just how different each of these sources are. You know, we've got like practical guidance, we've got this whole framework for how we think about money, and then boom, we've got like a story where like this quest for wealth is like the background for all this intense stuff.
Yeah.
So I think our goal here is to sort of like connect these different perspectives and pull out the stuff that's really going to help people like actually move forward, you know, on their own.
Yeah, like how do we actually use this?
Exactly.
Okay, so let's start with Gerard's Awakening.
Okay.
This is the book on Amazon.
Yeah.
Now, when you search for that, it's not like there's just one book, is there?
You're right. It's not just one book.
Yeah.
The first one that pops up is Gerard's Awakening, A Financial Odyssey.
Okay.
And it looks like that's the first in a whole series called Multiplex Series, Foundations of Financial Freedom.
Oh, wow.
And it's by Gerard Smith.
Okay.
You can get it on Kindle or as a physical book.
Yeah.
The Kindle version we saw was like $40.
$40 for an ebook.
I know.
That's a lot.
It makes you wonder what's in there.
Yeah, like what's so special about this?
What niche are they going for?
Exactly.
It definitely makes you curious.
Yeah, and it doesn't even end there. Okay.
I know. There's more.
Like there's a bunch more stuff by this Gerard Smith.
Yeah, so there's a few other Kindle books.
Okay.
We saw Command the Room. Affirmations and Lessons for Captivating Audiences. Transformative affirmations. Your path to wealth, health, and divine purpose.
Wow.
And there's even a novel called Eli and Amara, A Journey to Financial Freedom and Love.
Okay.
And they're all part of this Gerard's Awakening series.
So it's like...
So it seems like for Gerard Smith, at least, this whole financial freedom thing, it's tied up with like personal growth mindset and even relationships.
It's interesting how they keep using the word awakening.
Right.
Like in all those titles.
Yeah.
It kind of suggests like...
It's like a light bulb moment.
Yeah.
Where you suddenly see things differently.
Yeah, and it changes how you approach like everything about money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not just about learning some new tricks.
Right.
It's about seeing the whole picture.
Yeah, and realizing like you have the power to change.
Totally.
So it's a much deeper thing than just, you know, the technical side of money.
Exactly.
Now, we also saw a couple of other books with awakening in the title, but they weren't by the same author.
Yeah. There was Living Hope, Awakening to Faith, Peace and Purpose in Tough Times by Gerard Long. And then there was Legacy of Light, Volume 1, Awakening, Life Essence Story by Minister Smith, Gerard Thomas, GMBW.
Wow, what a name.
Right.
So these ones seem to be more about like personal growth in general.
Yeah, not just about money.
Right. But it's still interesting that they all have this awakening idea.
Yeah, it's like they're all saying there's this better way to be.
Yeah, and that includes your finances.
Exactly.
Okay, so zooming out for a second. It seems like this whole idea of awakening to financial freedom is kind of a big theme here.
Yeah, it's about changing your mindset.
Yeah, before you even start messing with spreadsheets and stuff.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's move on to the YouTube video.
All right. The 3 Mindsets That Shape Your Wealth and How to Break Free.
This sounds like it gets into like the practical stuff.
Yeah, it definitely gives you more to work with. So the video talks about these 3 main mindsets about money and time. And says these mindsets really affect how well you do financially.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a way to figure out where you are now.
Right.
And then how to change your thinking to start making more money.
I like that.
The point one they talk about is no time and no money.
Oh, yeah. I know that feeling.
Yeah.
It's like you're running on this treadmill, but you're not going anywhere.
Exactly. And the transcript really describes it well.
Yeah.
It's like these people are working so hard. They're always busy, but they're just not getting ahead financially.
Yeah, their income barely covers their bills.
Right. It's like a constant struggle.
It sounds exhausting.
It really does.
So why do you think people get stuck in this no time and no money trap?
Well, often it's because they don't have skills that make them a lot of money.
Okay.
Or maybe they're not using their time in a way that brings in more income.
So they might be stuck in jobs that don't pay well.
Yeah, and they haven't figured out how to make extra money on the side.
Or maybe they haven't even thought about it.
Yeah, the transcript talks about how they feel trapped, overwhelmed, and like things will never change.
It's like they're too busy just surviving to even think about getting ahead.
Exactly.
So what does the video say about how to break out of this cycle?
Well, the first thing they say is you have to find and develop a skill that can make you more money.
So like invest in yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
And focus on things that are in demand.
Right, because those are the skills that people are willing to pay for.
Makes sense.
The second thing they recommend is to use that skill to start a little side hustle.
Okay.
Or offer your services online.
So like find ways to make extra money outside of your main job.
Yeah. Diversify your income streams.
Got it.
And the last thing they emphasize is tracking your time and expenses.
Oh, yeah. So you know where your money is going.
Exactly. And how you're actually spending your time.
Right. So you can focus on things that are actually moving you forward.
Right. Instead of just being busy all the time.
That's really smart.
It's about being intentional with your resources.
Okay. So that's how you escape the no time and no money trap. What about the second mindset?
That one's called no time and money.
Wait, that sounds kind of contradictory. Like how can you have no time and have money?
Well, the idea here is that just because you make a lot of money doesn't mean you're financially free.
Okay.
Remember how we talk about awakening? Real financial freedom is about having your money work for you.
Right.
Not you constantly working for your money.
So this mindset is for people who are making good money.
Yeah, but they're still trading their time for it.
Okay.
Maybe they have demanding jobs with long hours.
Yeah.
Or maybe they're spending most of what they earn, so they're not really saving or investing.
So they're still kind of trapped.
Exactly.
It's like they have golden handcuffs.
Yep, that's a good way to put it.
They make a lot of money, so they feel successful, but they're not really free because their income is tied to their job.
Right, they don't have that security of knowing they can stop working if they want to.
So what does the video suggest for people in this situation?
Well, the first thing they say is to start saving and investing at least 20% of your income.
Okay.
And focus on things that will generate passive income.
So that's how you start building wealth that works for you.
Exactly.
That 20% figure is really helpful.
Yeah, it gives you a concrete goal to aim for.
Yeah, for sure. What else does the video recommend?
They also talk about automating tasks and outsourcing things that aren't essential.
So freeing up your time.
Yes, because for these people, time is the biggest constraint.
Right.
So if you can delegate some tasks, you have more time to focus on building wealth.
Makes sense.
They also say it's important to set boundaries at work.
So you don't burn out.
Right, and you have some time for yourself.
Yeah, you need that balance.
And lastly, they really emphasize learning about different wealth-building tools and strategies.
Okay, like what?
Well, investing, of course, but also things like creating digital products.
I'm interested.
Or exploring real estate.
Okay.
Anything that can bring in money without you having to directly trade your time for it.
So like passive income.
Exactly.
And the transcript makes a really good point about financial education.
Yeah.
It says that knowledge can never be taken away from you.
It's an investment in your future.
I like that.
And it can give you a feeling of security that goes beyond just having a high salary.
So it's not just about the money, it's about the peace of mind.
Exactly.
Okay, so now we come to the third mindset, time and money.
Yeah. This is the goal.
Like the ideal state.
Exactly. It's where financial independence meets the freedom to actually enjoy life.
Sounds pretty good.
Right.
So who are these time and money people?
Well, they've managed to build up passive income sources
Okay.
that consistently bring in more money than they need to live on.
So they don't have to work if they don't want to.
Right. They have the freedom to choose how they spend their time.
So they can focus on their families or travel or pursue their passions.
Exactly. Whatever they want.
Okay, so according to the video, how do you actually get to this time and money mindset?
Well, they highlight a few key principles.
Okay.
First, they talk about the power of leverage.
Leverage.
Yeah. And investing in scalable systems.
What does that mean?
So things like rental properties
Okay.
that generate ongoing income.
Yeah.
Or creating digital products like ebooks or online courses.
That you can sell over and over.
Exactly.
Wonderful.
Or building businesses with strong systems and teams.
So they can run without you constantly having to be there.
Right.
Okay, that makes sense. What else?
They also talk about using your time intentionally.
Yeah.
So focusing on things that are important to you and contribute to your long-term goals.
So not getting caught up in busy work.
Exactly.
Okay.
And the last principle they mention is generosity.
Generosity.
Yeah, giving back to others.
So it's like once you reach a certain level of financial abundance, you have the opportunity and maybe even the responsibility to help others.
Exactly.
I like that.
It's like a natural progression.
Yeah, you move from focusing on your own survival to focusing on making a difference.
Right.
The transcript also has a bunch of really interesting reflection questions.
Oh, yeah, those are great.
They're designed to help people really think about their own journey.
Yeah, to get them to look inward.
And figure out what they need to change.
Exactly.
There are questions like, what habits are holding me back? How can I involve my family in my financial goals?
Yeah.
And what's one big financial goal I want to achieve in the next 6 months?
It's about making those concepts personal.
Yeah, and actionable.
Right, so you actually do something with the information.
Okay, so the YouTube video is all about taking action and shifting your mindset.
Yes, and believing that you can achieve financial freedom.
No matter where you're starting from.
Exactly.
Okay, so now we come to the wild card.
The fiction excerpt.
Breaking Free. The ultimate high-stakes game of wealth and survival.
This one is definitely different.
Yeah, it's like we're suddenly in a whole other world.
Right, it's a story.
But it still relates to our theme.
Yeah, it shows us these themes of wealth risk and the struggle for freedom.
In a really dramatic way.
Yeah, it's set in this high-stakes environment.
And it starts with an explosion.
Yeah, at Valor Tower.
And this cleaning crew member, Savannah Cross.
Right, she gets caught up in all this craziness.
Yes, suddenly she's in the middle of this conflict.
Between billionaires and criminals.
Yeah, and they're all fighting over hidden wealth and secrets.
It's like a classic thriller setup.
Yeah, and Savannah, who's used to being invisible in this corporate world,
right,
she suddenly finds herself at the center of this dangerous game.
And the stakes are incredibly high.
So what happens in the excerpt?
Well, after the explosion, Valor Tower goes into lockdown.
Okay.
And there's chaos everywhere.
Yeah.
Savannah finds this key card.
Okay.
And it lets her into this restricted area on level 4.
Oh, wow.
And when she gets there, she runs into these armed guys.
So it's not just an explosion.
Right, something else is going on.
Yeah.
She manages to find a security control room. And she starts watching the surveillance footage.
And what does she see?
She sees that she's being watched.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's creepy.
So she's in danger.
Yeah.
Okay, then what?
Well, she escapes through these utility hatches and maintenance tunnels.
Okay.
And she ends up face to face with this guy with a knife.
Oh, my gosh.
But luckily, she's rescued by another cleaning crew member named Diego.
Okay. Crew.
So they team up, and they discover this hidden room in the basement.
What's in the room?
Well, there's a bunch of cash,
Okay.
weapons,
Oh, wow.
and blueprints of the building.
So it's like a secret headquarters or something?
Yeah, it's definitely more than just a random room.
Like there's a bigger plan at play here.
Exactly.
Okay, so then what happens?
Well, it turns out that someone Savannah knows is involved in all this.
What?
Yeah, it's a huge betrayal.
Wow, that's intense.
And then they have this crazy escape from the building.
How do they escape?
They jump a motorcycle over a fence.
Seriously?
Yeah, while they're being chased.
That's like straight out of an action movie.
I know, right?
So they make it out alive.
Yeah, but they're not in the clear yet.
What do you mean?
Well, they find this flash drive
Okay.
that has a financial algorithm on it.
A financial algorithm?
Yeah, it seems like it could be used to manipulate the global financial system.
Wow.
So now they're in even bigger trouble.
Yeah, they've stumbled onto something huge.
Exactly.
And then things get really personal for Savannah.
Yeah, she discovers her father's name and the encrypted data on the slash drive.
Oh, no.
And then she gets this threat about her mother.
So now it's not just about this big conspiracy.
Right. It's personal.
Yeah, she has to save her mom.
Exactly.
So what does she do?
Well, they track her mom to this warehouse
Okay.
that belongs to Savannah's father's company.
So her dad is involved in all this.
It seems that way.
Wow.
They confront him at the warehouse.
And what happens?
Well, he's definitely in control of the situation.
Yeah.
And he says that he took something that other people want.
So he's holding something valuable and
Yeah.
dangerous.
Right.
So what does Savannah do?
She offers to trade the flash drive for her mother's release.
It's like a hostage situation.
Yeah.
So do they make the trade?
Yeah, they make a deal.
And her mom is okay.
Yeah, they escape from the warehouse together.
Oh, good.
But it's not over yet.
What happens next?
Well, they go to this rooftop to make the exchange,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a sniper.
What?
Yeah, someone tries to kill him.
This is crazy. So
Yeah.
they have to escape again.
Yeah, they climb down a maintenance ladder.
Wow, they're really good at escaping.
They are. So now what?
Well, they need to disappear.
Okay.
So they go to this person called Ghost.
The ghost!
Yeah, this mysterious figure who can make people vanish.
Okay,
But Ghost has a price.
what's the price?
They have to steal something from Everest Tower.
Another heist?
Hmm?
What do they have to steal?
It doesn't say in the excerpt.
Okay, so now they're planning this whole new operation. Yeah, they're going to infiltrate Everest Tower during a gala.
Okay.
They need to get a key card from Travis Holt.
Who's Travis Holt?
He's a business partner of Savannah's father.
Okay.
And he has access to the vault where the thing they need to steal is kept.
So they need his key card. But then there's a twist.
Oh, yeah.
Savannah runs into Emily Holt.
Travis Holt's daughter.
Yeah, and it turns out they were childhood friends.
Right.
Awkward.
Yeah, and then Travis Holt himself shows up.
And he recognizes Savannah.
Yep.
So their plan is in jeopardy.
Yeah, it's a major cliffhanger.
That's quite a story.
It is.
So how does this fiction excerpt relate to our theme of financial empowerment and self-development?
Well, I think it shows us that the pursuit of wealth can be dangerous.
Yeah.
And that there are people out there who are willing to do whatever it takes to get what they want.
And it shows how important it is to be careful who you trust.
Yeah, betrayal is a major theme in the story.
Right.
But I think there's also a message of hope in there. Savannah starts out as this invisible cleaning crew member.
Yeah.
But she ends up fighting for her life and her freedom.
And she's willing to take risks.
Yeah, she's not afraid to stand up to powerful people.
It's like she finds her own power.
Exactly.
So even though it's a fictional story, it can still teach us something about real life.
Yeah, it shows us that we can overcome obstacles.
To achieve our goals.
Even when the stakes are high.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, what are the key takeaways?
Well, from the YouTube video, we learned about the 3 mindsets that shape our financial lives.
Yeah, and how to shift our thinking to achieve financial freedom.
Exactly.
And from the Amazon books, we saw that financial empowerment is often seen as a journey of transformation and awakening.
Right.
And then the fiction excerpts, it gave us this dramatic metaphor for the challenges and risks involved in pursuing wealth and freedom.
And it showed us that even in a world of high stakes,
Yeah.
we can still find our own power and make our own choices.
That's a great point.
It's about taking control of your own destiny.
Exactly. And it all comes back to that saying, knowledge without action is wasted potential. So take the first step.
It's not enough to just listen and learn.
Right. You have to actually do something with the information.
Take action, make a change.
So for everyone listening, think about which of those 3 mindsets you relate to most.
Yeah.
And what's one small step you can take today?
To start moving toward your own financial awakening.
And if you want to learn more about the ideas from the YouTube video and the Gerard's Awakening books, there are some resources mentioned in the focus text.
Right.
You can like, subscribe, and share to join the movement at www.youtube.com/growthwithgerard.
And there's an ebook you can grab at https://amzn.24k0bp6r.
And you can start Gerard's Awakening at https://amzn.042pzwa6.
It's all about taking that first step.
Because ultimately, wealth is a choice.
Make yours today.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.
See you next time.
See